Hi everyone, this is Ivana coming to you again from my house. For today's activity, we are going to be making a giant tic-tac-toe game on the floor. Usually our average tic-tac-toe game is played on a paper and with a pen, but this time we're going to get on the floor, we're going to make our grid, and we're going to have some fun. So I'm hoping that you enjoy this at home. Please stay safe, stay inside, and enjoy. For my giant tic-tac-toe game, there's so many things that you can use for your X's and O's. You can use recycled boxes here. I have this granola box that I could trace with this jar. I can trace a circle. My game wouldn't be as giant, but I can trace the circle and make my markers for my X's and O's. Um, but since I said I wanted to play a pretty huge tic-tac-toe game on the floor, I do have some white paper that I can trace. And so I have a plate, a smaller plate from my house that I can, just trace around either with a marker if you have them or a pen if you have that. You can use either one of these. And so I would just trace around my plate. Oops. Just go around. Didn't really quite fit, but it'll get the job done. You can, if you happen to have paper plates, you can use paper plates. Maybe you can decorate the back. Just make sure that you ask before you grab some, because you do need 10 circles or 10 markers. So how I'm making them is I'm going to draw them out, trace them out, and then I happen to have colorful pink paper, and so I made a giant O, and then an O inside of it. So I made a circle and then an O. I did trace a white paper earlier, and I made a cool X. These are like bubble letter X's. I made it 2 different colors. I added some different little dots on there, decoration. So it's up to you. You can make this a super simple game, or you can take your time and make your 5 X's and 5 O's, so 10 in total, really colorful and fun and nice. So that way when you're playing your game on the floor, we're going to make a huge grid. You can have fun and, put these big giant X's and O's on there. So I made these. I'm going to make a few more just so that I can show you when we do play on the floor. And for our markers or our X's and O's, we're going to need a big grid. So we need to make a grid for our X's and O's. And I happen to have masking tape. So I'm going to use that on my floor. It's safe. It's not going to stick too much to my floor. And so I feel like this is something that I had at home for fixing other things, and I just happen to have it. If you don't have masking tape, if you have some type of string or ribbon, I also have some extra ribbon. You can put these down. This one will wrinkle a little bit, but you can flatten it out. You can also you can put together some shoelaces. You can crumble up some paper. Somebody gave me a really good idea that you can crumble up paper. This is the paper I was using for my O. And make a grid out of this by like either cutting them out and putting them as a big grid, or just folding them and putting them together. All right, so I'm making my grid on the floor because I have a pretty big area that I can make my play my tic-tac-toe game in. So I'm gonna put the last piece of tape. I'm using pretty long pieces so that my little circles can fit on the grid. So I'm just kind of putting that on the floor. And so you want to create a grid that is 3 by 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 on this side. So it ends up looking like this. And then we have our markers right there that we created earlier, and my camera person and I are going to play. So the object of the game, if you have never played tic-tac-toe, is to get either your X's or your O's in a line all together. So either X's like this, across, your X's or O's, or like this, just so that they're in a row. So what do you want to be?
X's.
Okay, so I'll give you the X's and I'll be O's. All right, and I'll start. So I'm going to put my O right here, and and then you can decide where to put your X.
Put mine right here.
All right, so as you can see, we're gonna keep playing this game. Whoever does the 3 in a row is the winner. I hope that you get to play this at home, whether that's you making one on the floor, you can make one on paper, however creative you want to get, that's up to you. But enjoy, post your pictures if you take any, and tag Girls Inc. of Carpinteria either on Facebook or on Instagram, and comment down below if you have any suggestions for any new videos. Thank you and see you later.